Soft light spills on the sill, dust dances in the hall, quiet voices in the kitchen, like they're afraid to call. Boots by the door and a half-packed sack, whispers slipping through every crack. Bread on the table cut too thin, smiles that never reach the skin. A hand reaches out and brushes my hair, says let's take a walk, get some fresh air. But the way their eyes avoid my gaze puts a tremble in my days. I feel the weight of words unspoken hanging heavy in the air. Every gentle touch feels broken, like a secret buried there. On the doorstep in the dawn, shadows stretch the road so long. I take a breath and take a hand and follow into unknown land. If love is all we're standing for, why does it ache just leaving the door? Morning at the edge of home, feels like we're not meant to roam. Birds are waking in the hedgerow line. The world looks painted and almost kind. They talk of wood and fallen trees, of gathering sticks among the leaves. But every step from the cottage wall feels like the last, feels like a fall. The roof grows small, the path grows wide, and something twists down deep inside. I watch the chimney disappear, a tiny thread in distant blue. I try to swallow down the fear, pretend I trust what can't be true. On the doorstep in the dawn, shadows stretch the road so long. I take a breath and take a hand and follow into unknown land. If love is all we're standing for, why does it ache just leaving the door? Morning at the edge of home, feels like we're not meant to roam. Maybe they're scared, maybe they're lost, counting every single cost. Maybe this road was all they saw, trapped between hunger and the law. I don't know why the sky feels wrong, why birds fall silent mid-song. I only know this creeping doubt that somehow we've been written wrong. Doorstep in the dawn, shadows stretch the road so long. I take a breath and take a hand and follow into unknown land. If love is all we're standing for, why does it ache just leaving the door? Morning at the edge of home, feels like we're not meant to roam. The house is gone, the path is new, the sky too wide, the world too blue. I hold my courage like a thread and walk where grown-ups choices led. Soft crinkle of cloth, hand in my coat, a secret I carry, a hope in each mold. I tucked away the smallest slice, last night's bread gone hard as ice, broke it down with careful thumbs, turned my courage into crumbs. Every step we walk today, I'll leave a trail along the way, tiny marks on forest ground, leading me back to familiar sound. They think I do not understand the hush, the worry, sleight of hand, but I can read their restless sighs. I know when someone gently lies. Pocket full of crumbs, tiny stones of bread, a map I'm drawing with a nervous tread. If the world grows dark and the path grows wide, I'll follow every fleck like a faithful child. When the trees grow thick and the sky grows numb, I'll find my way home with a pocket full of crumbs. I drop a piece at every turn, watch it fall and softly burn into the moss and fallen leaves, quiet as a heart that grieves. My sibling walks and hums a tune, tries to chase away the gloom. I nod along, but all the while I measure each unsteady mile. The wind may rise, the clouds may hide, but I have bread on my side, a fragile line that says return, a promise in each brittle burn. Pocket full of crumbs, tiny stones of bread, a map I'm drawing with a nervous tread. If the world grows dark and the path goes wild, I'll follow every fleck like a faithful child. When the trees grow thick and the sky grows numb, I'll find my way home with a pocket full of crumbs. Some build roads with bricks and stone, some with songs they've always known. I have crusts and half a crust, broken faith and stubborn trust. Maybe it's foolish, maybe it's small, but it's the only plan at all. So I keep dropping bits of light on this long and changing white. Pocket full of crumbs, like someone answering my calls.
Trees reach up like fingers, scratching at the sky. Air grows cool and thinner as the day walks by. Pines lean close with whispering boughs, as if they've seen too many vows. Needles carpet all the ground, swallowing every kind of sound. We weave between the rooted knees, two small ghosts among the trees. A half-remembered peace of mind. Every trunk a watchful face, every rustle a hidden place. The deeper in, the more I know we've crossed a line we can't outgrow. Wandering pine way, no sign, no stone, just endless forest, we're far from home. Dying day, branches knit a tangled roof, blocking sun and blocking proof. Roots rise up like broken bones, twisting under sticks and stones. My sibling hums a shaky tune to push away the coming doom. I join in low, our voices thin, a fragile song that holds us in. We used to run through fields of grain, now every step absorbs the pain. The forest breathes a steady sigh, as if it knows just why we cry. Wandering pine way, no sign, no stone, just endless forest, we're far from home. The birds have vanished, the path is unclear. We walk with hunger, we walk with fear. Wandering pine way, where shadows sway, we chase the last of the dying day. Is there a road that leads us back, hidden just beyond this track? Or is this place a silent wall, waiting for the night to fall? We hold each other's shaking hand, strangers in this foreign land. If there's a guiding branch or breeze, let it lead us out of these trees. Just endless when the sky turns iron gray. We're still on the pine way, far away. One more step and one more breath, balancing on the edge of death.
Turn around, I search the ground for the signs I left behind, but all I see is empty earth and the forest cold and blind. Where are the crumbs I carefully dropped? Little stars where my courage stopped. I scrape the soil with desperate hands, feel only roots and broken strands. A flutter, a flash of feathered wing, a memory of a hungry thing. The birds have feasted, flown away, and stolen any homeward way. I thought I'd been so wise, so strong, but the forest doesn't care who's wrong. My brittle plan has come undone, dissolved beneath the staring sun. Vanished trail swallowed whole by open beak and forest soul. Every mark I made is gone, and now we walk this world alone. Vanished trail, no bread, no stone, just my trembling, just my tongue. I search for prints, a crushed green blade, some hint of where our steps were laid. But every path looks just the same. The trees play out a quiet game. My siblings' eyes grow dark with doubt. I thought you had it figured out. I bite my lip and wear the blame, as if I fed this silent flame. We spin in circles, turning slow, like wind-up toys that lost their glow. The more we look, the less we see how small we are beneath each tree. Vanished trail swallowed whole by open beak and forest soul. Every mark I made is gone, and now we walk this world alone. Vanished trail, no bread, no stone, just my trembling, just my tongue. If wisdom's built from shattered schemes, then I've earned mine in broken dreams. I wanted so much to be sure, to make our fragile safety pure. But cleverness can rot and fade like crumbs on moss and forest shade. Now all that's left is hand in hand, and faith in what we do not Vanished trail swallowed whole by open beak and forest soul. Every mark I made is gone, and now we walk this world alone. Vanished trail, no bread, no stone, just my trembling, face the sky. Refuse to sit here just and cry. If we must make a brand new way, we'll do it step by step today. Moon climbs up on a crooked throne. Forest wrapped in silver stone. Nighttime spreads a velvet floor where we've never walked before. We gather leaves and broken boughs, build a nest the best we know how. No feather bed, no quilted sheet, just earth beneath our tired feet. The stars peek through the ragged crown of branches drooping, bending down. It almost feels like someone's care, but there's only cold night air. I hear my siblings' quiet sigh, like a wish tossed at the sky. I tuck their fear beneath my arm, as if I still can keep us warm. Moonlight shelter, woven thin, branches out, worrying. We curl up on the forest floor, listening for the world we knew before. Moonlight shelter, soft and pale, guard our sleep, guard our trail. An owl calls out from somewhere high, a question floating in the sky. Crickets stitch a trembling song about how life keeps moving on. I taste the hunger on my tongue, the way it grips the old and young. But in this fragile house of bark, we share a light inside the dark. I whisper stories half remembered of times when life was soft and tender, of bread still warm and heart still bright, of lullabies before the night. Moonlight shelter, woven thin, branches out and worrying. We curl up on the forest floor, listening for the world we knew before. Moonlight shelter, soft and pale, guard our sleep, guard our trail. If the dawn forgets to rise, if the road avoids our eyes, let this light seep into bone, so we don't feel quite so alone. We've lost our way, but not our bond. We lean on more than what's beyond. If nothing else can see us through,
Gentelijk rust het een pardonstree. Hush like aanwend.
Moonlight shelter, woven thin, branches out and worrying. We curl up on the forest floor, listening for the word we knew before. Moonlight shelter, soft and pale, guard our sleep, guard our trail. Eyes grow heavy, dreams unfold, stories written bright and bold in the silence, side by side, till morning finds where we hide. Golden glow between the trees, sugar drifting on the breeze, a scent so warm it almost calls from a cottage made of candied walls. We've wandered far with empty hands through shadowed pines and stranger lands, but now a light breaks through the night, a house that shines with frosted white, the windows trimmed in caramel, the roof a swirl of sweetened shell, gumdrops glisten in the rain, pulling us close like a gentle chain. Is this a dream or something real? Why does this place shift how I feel? My hunger sings a desperate tune as sugar glows beneath the moon. Cottage of candied walls where the sweetest magic falls, chocolate doors and jelly glass lighting up the forest paths. Cottage calling through the night, soft and glowing, warm and bright. If danger hides behind those halls, I can't hear it at all. I touch a window made of glaze, it melts beneath my warming gaze. My sibling laughs and breaks a bite, a bit of roof that tastes just right. We feast on edges soft and crisp, a sugary spell in every wisp. But somewhere deep the forest stirs, as if it knows this house is hers. The walls stay sweet, but something's wrong. A strange vibration in the song, a shadow moves behind the door, a whisper on the wooden floor. Cottage of candied walls where the sweetest magic falls, chocolate doors and jelly glass lighting up the forest paths. Cottage calling through the night, soft and glowing, warm and bright. If danger hides behind those halls, I can't hear it at all. What kind of hands could build this place with sugared smile and hidden face? Who lights a lamp for those who roam, then wraps candied walls where the sweetest magic falls, chocolate doors and jelly glass lighting up the forest paths, cottage calling through the night, soft and glowing, warm and bright. If danger hides behind those halls, I can't hear it at all. The moon bends low, the shadows crawl, a creak from deep within the hall. I taste the sweetness on my tongue and wonder what we've stumbled on.
Sweet on the tongue, sharp on the air, temptation rising everywhere, a taste that pulls the heart along, a craving humming like a song. We chew the crust of sugared stone, sticky fingerprints on brittle bone. The house is rich with candied art, but emptiness gnaws at my heart. The frosting drips in perfect lines like rivers from enchanted minds. My sibling smiles with sugared lips, oblivious to the looming eclipse. Every bottle whispered sin, I'm scared of what we're letting in. The sweetness floods, the edges blur, and something watches as we stir. Sweet hunger, calling like a flame, whispering gently, calling my name. Even as the shadows grow, I chew the fear I barely know. Sweet hunger, bittersweet and deep, promises made it cannot keep. Once you taste, will taste this right. We move along the sugared rail, cracking bits of crusted hair. Ginger tiles breaking my hand like brittle bones across the land. The more I eat, the less I hear my own small voice of doubt and fear. A trance begins to take its hold, the hunger's sharper than the cold. I see the window glow inside, a hearth in which a secret eyes, but I can't seem to turn away. The scent demands I stay, I stay. Sweet hunger, calling like a flame, whispering gently, calling my name. Even as the shadows grow, I chew the fear I barely know. Sweet hunger, bittersweet and deep, promises made it cannot keep. Once you taste, what taste is right. you taste what taste is right. You lose your warning in the night. The house grows still, the wind grows chill, but something stirs beyond the sill. The last bite melts and turns to dread. Sweet hunger leading where we tread.
A door creaks wide, a lantern glows, warm light spills where the night wind blows. A silhouette with gentle hands, but kindness doesn't always sigh. She steps into the candy glare, silver whisks of tangled hair. Her smile hangs like sugared lace, too still, too sweet upon her face. Come in, you trembling to her voice, a soft enchanting hue. It's cold out here, you poor lost things, come warm yourselves beneath my wings. Her touch is light, her tone is low, but something underneath her glow feels heavy as a hidden chain, a velvet edge disguised as pain. Kindly stranger, soft and slow, why does your welcome chill me so? Your smile shines like summer air, but something darker lingers there. Kindly stranger by the door, why do my feet freeze on the floor? A kindness carved from careful lines, a sweetness hiding, watchful eyes. She strokes my hair, she holds my chin, as if afraid I'll break within. Her fingers tremble, thin and cold, a kindness painted, brittle, old. She sets a feast on wooden boards, more food than any house affords. Warm stew, baked bread, and honey tea, her generosity too free. I see my sibling glow with trust, but caution clings to me like dust. Her shadow bends the wrong direction, twisted by some pale reflection. Kindly stranger, soft and slow, why does your welcome chill me so? Your smile shines like summer air, but something darker lingers there. Kindly stranger by the door, why do my feet freeze on the floor? A kindness carved from careful lies, a sweetness hiding, watchful eyes. The lamplight flickers on her skin, a hollow look, a quiet grin. Her voice stays warm but fades too fast, a cracked veneer she cannot mask. Her shadow sways a beat too late. Her gentleness feels sharp as fate. A lullaby that's drifting wrong, a minor chord in every song. Kindly stranger, soft and slow, why does your welcome chill me so? Your smile shines like summer air, but something darker lingers there. Kindly stranger by the door, why do my feet freeze on the floor? A kindness carved from careful lies, a sweetness hiding watchful eyes. She beckons us inside her den, her smile too wide to trust again. A kindly stranger, pale and thin, and something wicked waits within. A hush falls over sugared halls, a shadow climbs the candied walls, a creak, a snap, a closing catch, the cold embrace of an iron latch. She leads us in with a trembling grin, her voice all honey, hiding sin. But once the door swings firm and tight, the room grows smaller with the night. Her hands move fast, her steps reveal a strength beneath her brittle feel. She hums a tune offbeat, off key, and something whispers, please don't be. Before my thought can turn to run, before my breath can leap or stun, I hear the lock behind her chair, a metallic kiss of trapped despair. Iron latch, iron hold, colder than the forest cold, snapping shut like jaws unseen, cutting through my fragile dream. Iron latch against the skin, bars that whisper you stay. All the sweetness turns to ash at the sound of that iron latch. She shoves me toward a rusted cage, her eyes alight with ancient rage. My sibling cries and pulls away, but her grip says you will stay. Chains rattle in the candles glow, the truth reveals what we should know. This kindly face, this sweet facade is nothing short of something odd. She locks me in with crooked pride, a monster dressed in sugared hide. Her shadow stretches long and thin, as if it's made of pure old sin. Iron latch, iron hold, colder than the forest. jaws unseen, cutting through my fragile dream. Iron latch against the skin, bars that whisper you stay in. All the sweetness turns to ash at the sound of that iron latch. The cage is small, the air is tight. I taste the metal, taste the fright. Her footsteps scrape along the floor. Her voice leaks out through every pore. Grow strong, grow plump, grow day by day, until I take the pain away. Her laughter cracks like splintered bone, a lullaby in poison tone. Scrub the pan to serve the witch's wicked plan. I press my hands against the grate, feeling the shape of twisted fate. But in my chest a spark remains, a stubborn flame that fights the chains. The witch can lock my limbs and breath, but not my will, not yet. Not yet. Iron latch, iron hold, colder than the forest cold, snapping shut like jaws unseen, cutting through my fragile dream. Iron latch against the skin, bars that whisper you stay in. All the sweetness turns to ash at the sound of that iron latch. The witch walks off with fading hum, her crooked shadow beating drum. But even in this darkness black, I swear one day I'll break that latch.
Begins to simmer slow. A fire builds its hungry glow. The witch steps close with crooked cheer. Eat up, my child, grow strong, my dear. She brings a bowl with heavy smell, thickest secret she won't tell. Steam curls up like ghostly hands, reaching from forbidden lands. Her grin is wide, her eyes are small, two dark embers watching all. She pats my cheek with icy care, as if affection lingers there. Every sip a warning toll, every bite a tightening hold. The cage stands firm, the room stands near. Between each spoonful sits my fear. Feed and fear, bite and breed. She wants the strength, she hopes I'll see. Every meal a sharpened snare, hands and knees, forced to work as she decrees. The witch barks orders near the flame, bitter words, no hint of shame. Her footsteps echo through the floors, a predator behind closed doors. She stirs the pot with rattled wrists, her voice a hiss through gnarled twists. The meals grow richer every dawn, as if she's feeding something wrong. Her smile bends into a sneer, a mask she wears for us to fear. Feed and fear, bites and breeds. She wants the strength, she hopes I'll see there. Every meal a sharpened snare, every kindness built to scare. Feed and fear, night and day, trapped beneath her wicked sway. If I survive her twisted cheer, it'll be through feed and fear. She hums a tune so thin and cruel, a cradle song from some dark school. Grow heavy, child, grow soft, grow round. Her words like chains that drag me down. I choke the breath, I hide my dread. I dream of breaking where I'm led, but underneath my trembling skin, a spark of battle glows within. Days crawl by in thickened haze, time dissolves in wicked ways. The witch grows eager, pacing tight, her fingers twitch in candlelight. She grips the bars, her breath is foul, her voice a low, predatory growl. Not long now, my little prize, not long till hunger leaves my eyes. Feed and fear, bite and breathe. She wants the strength, she hopes I'll see there. Every meal a sharpened snare, every kindness built to scare. Feed and fear, night and day, trapped beneath her wicked sway. If I survive her twisted cheer, it'll be through feed and fear. The fire cracks, the shadows leer, but courage grows beneath the fear. Her twisted plan draws ever near, but so does what she'll learn to fear.
A shadow moves across the floor. The witch leans close once more. She croaks your hand, let me see, but cleverness still lives in me. Bars rattle as she grips the cage. Her crooked fingers show her age. She snarls, come here, show me your skin. Let me feel the strength within. But I've saved a stick, thin as bone, hidden where the straw has grown. Each time she reaches through the grate, I hold it out and watch her wait. Her breath grows sharp, her patience thin. She mutters spells beneath her grin. She squints her eyes but cannot see the trick between the bars and me. Stick and shadow, trick and scheme. Hope survives where others dream. Show her wood instead of me. Let her blindness set me free. Stick and shadow, night and day, keeping wicked hands at bay. Brains will win where strength may fall. A single stick outwits it all. She grabs the cage, she shakes it hard, her fury scraping at the bars. Why aren't you growing? You feel too slight. Are you starving from your fright? I steady breath, I keep it still, matching wits against her will. My sibling watches, trembling small, but trust lights up their eyes through all. The witch leans close, her voice a hiss. She snarls a trick, I know of this, but still she pokes the wooden tip, too dull to sense my hitting slip. Stick and shadow, trick and scheme, hope survives where others dream. Show her wood instead of me, let her blindness set me free. Stick and shadow, night and day, keeping wicked hands at bay. Brains will win where strength may fall, a single stick outwits it all. She circles round, she grinds her teeth, a wolf in sugared lace beneath. She mutters, soon I'll feast, I'll dine, her hunger working like a sign. But I hold fast to clever thought, a sharpened wit, the only shot. Where muscles fail, the mind must stand, a hidden pen in my hand. Each sunrise brings her creeping back, her patience thinning like a crack. She feels the stick with gnarled disdain, cannot detect the truth she strains. Her blindness makes the danger slip, a weakness in her tightening grip. The closer comes her twisted plan, the more I build my own again. She snarls, tomorrow ends this game, her eyes two coals of hungry flame. But even as she walks away, my clever stick still saves the day. Stick and shadow, trick and scheme, hope survives where others dream. Show her wood instead of me, let her blindness set me free. Stick and shadow, night and day, keeping wicked hands at bay. Brains will win where strength may fall, a single stick outwits it all. The witch retreats with heavy tread, dreaming of the days ahead. But in the dark behind her back, I plan the move that breaks the trap. Flames curl up like hungry tongues, whispering where danger clung. The witch stands proud before the glow, a plan she's waited long to sow. She sharpens knives with trembling wrist,
her grin a crooked, wicked twist. She mutters spells beneath her breath, dreaming of her promised feast of flesh. The oven roars like beastly jaws, blazing heat without a pause. She taps the door with bony hand, as if conducting flames on command. She calls my sibling with a croak, wrapped in rising curls of smoke. Her voice drips sweet but feels like steel, a tender thread she longs to seal. Heat of the hearth, burning bright, shadows dance in twisted light. Danger coils beneath the tone of fire, craving flesh and bone. Heat of the hearth, rising high, waiting for the moment nigh. But though her flames are fierce and wild, I will not step inside, dear child. She points inside the open maw, heat so sharp it stings like claw. Come check if it is hot enough. Her voice too brittle, too abrupt. She grips my arm, she tries to shove, her fingers cold despite her love for heat and hunger. Greed and flame, the twisted roots of her old game. But I step back, refuse her bid, not fooled by kindness poorly hid. She hisses low, she bares her teeth, a serpent coiled beneath our feet. Heat of the hearth, burning bright, shadows dance in twisted light. Danger coils beneath her tone of fire, craving flesh and bone. Heat of the hearth, rising high, waiting for the moment nigh. But though her flames are fierce and wild, I will not step inside, dear child. She circles me with shaking rage, a predator pacing round a cage. Just lean inside, it's safe she lies, but fire flickers in her eyes. The heat crawls up the wooden beams, a nightmare forged from fevered dreams. I feel the sweat along my spine, her patience thinning line by line. She grabs my wrist with sudden might, pulls me toward the searing light. Her bones are sharp, her grip is strong, her hunger humming like a song. But as she pushes for her feast, I sense the weakness in the beast. Her balance fragile, spirit thin, her greed a trap she's walking in. She snarls, look inside, my sweet. I feel the furnace blast of heat, but inside flames I do not see, just the moment meant for me. Heat of the hearth, burning bright, shadows dance in twisted light. Danger coils beneath her tone of fire, craving flesh and bone. Heat of the hearth, rising high, waiting for the moment nigh. She thinks
speaks my name. The furnace growls with open jaws, and now I see the fatal cause.
She grabs my arm with gnarled intent, her breath a hiss of malcontent. Lean in, my child, look deep inside. Her trembling voice, a poison guide.
The heat ignites the sweat on skin. The fire chants its hungry hymn. Her fingers curl like rusted clamps, guiding me toward burning lamps.
But something shifts within my chest, a spark of courage long suppressed. My fear dissolves, replaced by flame, a rising pulse without a name. This is the turning point, the line where strength and terror intertwine, where I choose life, where I choose fight, where shadows break beneath the light. Turning point, my heartbeat roars as courage storms through shaking pores. She thinks I'm her, she thinks I'll bend, but here's where all her stories end.
She stumbles forward unaware. My trembling stops, I breathe the air. A single push can change the fate that's held me caged behind her gate. Her back is turned, her weight is slight, her hunger blinding every sight. Her greed has left her frail and slow, a weakness only I could know. My siblings' eyes reflect the fear, yet also trust that draws me near. I feel their hope inside my spine, a silent shout. This moment's mine. This is the turning point, the line where strength and terror intertwine, where I choose life, where I choose fight, where shadows break beneath the light. Turning point, my heartbeat roars as courage storms through shaking pores. She thinks I'm her, she thinks I'll bend, but here's where all her stories end. I see the flames reflect her grin, a monster carved from bone and sin. I feel the fire, feel the heat, a battle pounding in my feet. Do it now, the silence cries, a final chance before one dies. She leans too far, she tips her hand, and I take charge, I take my
I step away from flame and fear.
My turning point is finally The flames die down, the echoes fade. The monster's gone, the debt is paid. The smoke drifts off like ghostly vows, and silence settles on the house. No more footsteps on the boards, no sharp commands, no whispered swords. The walls that once could watch and leer stand empty now, too stunned to sneer. A teacup trembles on the shelf, still warm from wickedness itself. A crooked chair lies on its side, from where her shadow lived and died. I breathe the air she used to claim, now free of every darkened aim. The world feels wide, the world feels thin, like waking from a storm within. Silence of the house tonight, soft after the burning fight. No more claws behind the door, no more fear upon the floor. Silence where her laughter crept, silence where her secret slept. Peace now fills the wicked's den, a place that won't be dark again. The cage stands open, cold and bare, its rusted hinges breathe the air. I touch the bars once held so tight, and feel the ghost of every night. My sibling steps with careful tread, eyes wide at where the witch once fed. They cling to me with trembling hand, unsure how peace can even stand. The floor still creaks with distant past, but haunting days are gone at last. The echoes sigh, the shadows flee, leaving only memory. Silence of the house tonight, soft after the burning fight. No more claws behind the door, no more fear upon the floor. Silence where her laughter crept, silence where her secret slept. Peace now fills the wicked's den, a place that won't be dark again. The sugar walls seem dull and grey, like spells that slowly melt away. The candy roof no longer gleams, just broken bits of someone's dreams. We wander through the hollow space, a whisper left in every place. But through the quiet, through the dust, we start to gather up our trust. A keyring glints upon the floor, left behind from times before. We take it gently in our hands, a promise from
Forgotten lands, the house that snarled with cruel delight now bows before the dawning light. A chapter closes with a sigh. Two children lift their heads up high. Silence of the house tonight, soft after the burning fight. No more claws behind the door, no more fear upon the floor. Silence where her laughter crept, silence where her secrets slept. Peace now fills the wicked's den, a place that won't be dark again. We step outside, let cool winds pass, feet on path in morning grass. Leave behind this haunted place and carry forward newfound grace. Keys lie scattered on the floor, forgotten by a witch no more. The dawn slips through the broken pane, a gentle light after the pain. I kneel beside the dusty boards where shadows once held cruelly wars. A ring of keys, cold iron bound, the last remains of fear we found. My sibling waits with trembling eyes, still shaken from the witch's lies. Their breath is thin, their hope unsure, as if the world can't yet be pure. I lift the ring with steady hands, feeling the weight of stolen lands. Each key a door, each door a chance to break the spell of circumstance. Unlocking hope, unlocking dawn, all the nights of fear are gone. Turn the key and breathe again, step beyond the monster's den. Unlocking hope, a future new, trust returning fresh as dew. Every lock that held us tight falls open in the morning light. The cage stands still, its rusted frame, a memory branded with her name. I fit the key, I twist it slow, it clicks with soft forgiving glow. The door swings wide, the bars release, a moment carved from quiet peace. My sibling steps into the air as if afraid of freedom there. I place my hand in theirs and say, we're safe now, love will find our way. The house grows soft, the danger weak, a future bright enough to seek. Unlocking hope, unlocking dawn, all the nights of fear are gone. Turn the key and breathe again, step beyond the monster's den. Unlocking hope, a future new, trust returning fresh as dew. Every lock that held us tight falls open in morning once we bent beneath her law. A chest unopened in the gloom, a whisper in the quiet room. Not every Every key is meant for pain. Some open doors to life again. We turn them one by one with care, and hope spills out into the air. The final door unlocks at last, releasing ghosts of haunted past. The house feels small, the world feels wide. A path awaits us just outside. We clasp the keys like treasured gold for every story they now hold. Not just escape from wicked place, but proof of strength we didn't trace. Unlocking hope, unlocking dawn. All the nights of fear are gone. Turn the key and breathe again. Step beyond the monster's den. Unlocking hope, a future new. Trust returning fresh as dew. Every lock that held us tight falls open in the morning light. Keys in hand, hearts unbound, feet on unfamiliar ground. We close the door, we seal the past, and step toward hope, free at last. Dust drifts in the morning beams, stirring shadows, waking dreams. Something waits beneath the rest, the quiet weight of a secret. We search the rooms the witch once sold, where wicked seeds were often sown. But in her chamber, dark and cold, we find a box of carved out gold. The hinges etched with swirling vines, patterns old as ancient signs. My sibling gasps, my heartbeat climbs, a treasure lost to stolen times. My hands hover, scared to touch something holding fate so much. But whispers call from deep inside, a promise we no longer hide. Secret chest sealed by fear, guarding things once held so dear. Open slow, let truth unfold. Coins and jewels our treasure silver lined. Some is born from heart and mind. Strength we found in darkest pain, courage carved from iron chain. But here we stand with both in hand, a brighter dawn, a freer land. With pockets full and hearts reborn, we step away from nights so torn. With trembling grace, our eyes alight in this strange place. This fortune more than simple gold, it's every fear we've ever sold. A path awaits beyond the door, a world we'll learn to trust once more. And from this locked, forgotten room we carry hope against the gloom. Secret chest sealed by fear, guarding things once held so dear. Open slow, let truth unfold, coins and jewels bright and bold. Secret chest of stolen years, shining hope through quiet tears. Weight of darkness turned to light, treasure born from endless night. Treasure packed in spirits high, we face the forest, the wide and nigh. For though the past was cold and pressed, we walk ahead with a secret chest. Soft wind stirs the waking trees, whispers stories on the breeze. We step beyond the witch's door, free at last, yet wanting more. Seems a softer place, now dawn has brushed its gentle face. Where once the shadows felt like threats, now morning dew on leaves resets. We walk along the narrow bench, a quiet hope around each end. The treasure weighs upon my back, a promise on the forest track. Every step feels strange and new, like learning how to breathe the blue. The world is wide, the danger past, but courage still builds slow to last. Forests crossing hand in hand, leaving fear in foreign land. Roots beneath and sky above, walking on a path of love. Forests crossing, hearts restored, past behind us, hope toward. Though the trees still guard the way, we walk free this gentle day. Song flows from hidden nests, a melody that calms our chests. Sunbeams filter through the pine, a welcome sign, a guiding sign. The path we lost now reappears, no longer blurred by hunger's fears. We stop beside a river's edge and rest among a mossy hedge. The forest once was cold and cruel, a stranger with a broken rule. But now its breath feels clean and mild, a gentle guardian for a child. Forest crossing hand in hand, leaving fear in foreign land. Roots beneath and sky above, walking on a path of love. Forest crossing, hearts restored, past behind us, hope to board. Though the trees still guard the way, we walk free this gentle day. A rabbit darts across our feet, a rush of life, a forest beat. The sunlight dances off the stream like glimpses from a waking dream. We breathe the scent of pine and air, a world reborn from old despair. And every branch that creaks and sways feels like it whispers brighter days. We climb a hill where light expands, see rolling greens like blessed lands. I point ahead, my sibling beams, a place that once lived only in dreams. The woods no longer twist or bind, but open up a friend this time. And though the road is long and slow, our hearts know just which way to go. Forest crossing hand in hand, leaving fear in foreign land. Roots beneath and sky above, walking on a path of love. Forest crossing, hearts restored, past behind us, hope toward. Though the trees still guard the way, we walk free this gentle day. One last step beyond the shade, into fields where dreams are made. Forest crossing, journey done, walking home beneath the sun. River murmurs soft and low, guiding where our feet must go. A silver path through morning air, a quiet promise waiting there. We reach the bank with trembling knees, exhausted from the forest trees. The waters twist in gentle arcs, catching sun in scattered sparks. by the shore, old and worn but built to bear. A ferryman with steady gaze watches us through drifting haze. He nods as if he somehow knows the weight of everything we chose. The courage born from flame and fear, the path that led us trembling here. River, helper, quiet guide, take us to the other side. Carry hope where darkness ends, lift us like a trusted friend. River, helper, gentle steer, far from shadows, far from fear. Let your currents hold us true, show us skies we never knew. We climb aboard with cautious hearts. The journey home at last now starts. The oars dip slow, the ripples glide, a mirrored world on either side. The current hums a lullaby, a song that feels like open sky. My sibling leans against my arm, safe and far from any harm. The ferryman says not a word, yet somehow every thought is heard. His silence speaks of simple grace, of letting time restore its place. River, helper, quiet guide, take us to the other side. Carry hope where darkness ends, lift us like a trusted friend. River, helper, gentle steer, far from shadows, far from fear. Let your currents hold us true, show us skies we never knew. The river bends like memory, reflecting who we've come to be. No longer children lost in dread, but souls reborn from what we fled. The water sparkles soft and clear, a ribbon pulling us from fear. And through its glimmer we can see a world that whispers you are free. We near the shore beyond the bend, where fields and homeward paths extend. The ferryman gives one small wave, a silent blessing, calm and brave. We step onto the sunlit sand, treasures clutched in trembling hands. He turns the boat and drifts away, a ghost of kindness on the day. River, helper, quiet guide, you brought us to the other side. Carried hope where darkness ends, held us like a trusted friend. River, helper, gentle steer, far from shadows, far from fear. May your currents always flow, for hearts that seek their way back home. The river hums its final line, a whispered note of the divine. We walk the path the sunlight keeps, toward the home that distant roof through morning haze, a memory from younger days. The path grows soft beneath our feet. Home is rising down the street. Fields unfolding golden sweet. A world where shadows used to sleep. Each step feels like a fragile prayer toward a door once full of care. My sibling squeezes tight my hand, afraid of what we'll see or stand. But in the breeze I smell the past, a life we never thought would last. The chimney twists in gentle smoke, a sign that hardship never broke. And though our hearts know fears return, the hearth inside still seems to burn. Cottage lights return tonight, soft and trembling in the light. Warmth we thought we lost for good shines again beneath the wood. Cottage lights through teary eyes, home beneath familiar skies. After everything we've known, we're finally coming home. We cross the yard unsure and slow of who remains or who will show. The windows glow with flickered gold, a sight that never once grew old. A gas breaks out from by the door, footsteps rush across the floor. Arms envelop, hearts collide. Welcome, we were once denied. No questions asked, no anger shown, just trembling love in whispered tone. A fractured home begins to mend, a broken story finds its end. Cottage lights return tonight, soft and trembling in the light. Warmth we thought we lost for good shines again beneath the wood. Cottage lights through teary eyes, home beneath familiar skies. After everything we've known, we're finally coming home. The hearth we missed, the floors we knew, now feel like something born anew. The fears we carried in our chest fall quiet as we're held and blessed. No wicked house, no forest grim, just simple love from limb to limb. The world grows gentle, soft and true, as home extends its arms anew. We set the chest upon the floor, a gift of fate, a promised door. Eyes grow wide at what we bring, a future changed in everything. The house once worn and brittle thin may finally breathe and bloom again. And all the good that fear once stole returns to fill the fragile soul. Cottage lights return tonight, soft and trembling in the light. Warmth we thought we'd lost for good shines again beneath the wood. Cottage lights through teary eyes, home beneath familiar skies. After heads beneath the beam, wrapped in love like gentle dream. The world outside can wait its turn. Tonight, the cottage lights return.
Soft light dances on the floor. The past can't hurt us anymore. A calmer breath, a hopeful song. At last we're safe, at last we're strong. The night is gone, the dawn is kind. Forest shadows left behind. We sit together by the fire, warming hearts that once knew dire. My sibling leans with quiet grin, their trembling knees from deep within. The world that struck with a wicked hand now feels like something we can stand. We face the dark, we face the flame. We rose above the witch's name, and every scar we carried long becomes a thread within our song. Safe and strong we rise again, free from fear and free from pain. Hand in hand where we belong, building life through faith and song. Safe and strong, the storm is past, courage earned and peace at last. After all that we've been through, we stand tall, me and you. The chest of gold beside the wall will help rebuild from what would fall. But treasure's not the truest part of what now glimmers in the heart. Our voices soft, our shoulders light, the world reborn from endless night. Not every journey ends in flames, some lead us back to who we became. We learn to fight, we learn to see the strength inside our bravery. Where danger lurked and shadows curled, we claimed our place within the world. Safe and strong we rise again, freed from fear and freed from pain. Hand in hand where we belong, building life through faith and song. Safe and strong, the storm is past, courage earned and peace at last. After all that we've been through, we stand tall, me and you. Let the wind retell our tale of children brave who would not fail, of wicked fire, of cunning mind, of courage neither left behind. Let every echo through the pine remind the world that light can shine, that even in the darkest wrong, two hearts can find where they belong. We sweep the floor, we mend the beams, we build the life we lost in dreams. With laughter soft and healing slow, we watch the cottage gently grow. The world outside may twist and bend, but here begins a brighter end. A home rebuilt, a peaceful hearth, a brand new chapter on the earth. Safe and strong we rise again, free from fear and free from pain. Hand in hand where we belong, building life through faith and song. Safe and strong, the storm is past, courage earned and peace at last. After all that we've been through, we stand tall, me dawn, two small souls made safe and strong. The darkest night is finally gone, and here in peace life carries on.